Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into 7 totally natural steps to help you tackle snoring and sleep apnea. If you are just sick of not getting a good night's rest, these simple tips could honestly be a game changer. So let's get right into it.
So let's just start with a question that probably hits close to home for a lot of us. Are you just tired of being tired? I mean, if that phrase resonates with you, you know exactly how much a bad night's sleep can mess with your energy, your mood, pretty much your whole day.
So, what's the big culprit we're talking about here? Well, it's often sleep apnea. And all that means is that it's a condition where your breathing literally stops and starts over and over while you're asleep. This is usually the root cause of that really loud snoring, and it's why you can feel completely wiped out the next day, even if you thought you slept for 8 hours.
Okay, so we've got a handle on what sleep apnea is. Here's how we're going to break down the solutions. We'll kick things off with fueling better sleep, then we'll get into adjusting your daily habits and optimizing your sleep space, and we'll wrap it all up with a few extra aids and the key takeaways you need to remember. All right, first up, fueling better sleep. And honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing how much what you eat can impact your sleep quality. This goes way beyond just, not having a big slice of cake before bed. We're talking about the actual foundation of your entire diet. Now, the big idea here is all about supporting your metabolism. And the secret sauce? It's getting these 3 things into every single meal you eat. Some quality protein, a healthy fat, and a good source of fiber. Why? Well, because a diet that's heavy on carbs and sugar can really throw your insulin and metabolism out of whack. And that is a major, major contributor to sleep apnea. Okay, so let's get practical. This chart lays it all out. You really want to be focusing on things like organic meats, fish, tons of veggies, and those good fats you get from things like olive oil or nuts. And on the flip side, you want to cut way back on the extra grains, pasta, bread, and all those sugary processed carbs. This kind of anti-inflammatory diet is also a fantastic weapon against another really common issue, acid reflux. And that's a big deal, because heartburn and acid reflux are so often connected to sleep apnea. So if you can get that under control, you're already halfway there. Some simple natural aids like digestive enzymes, a good probiotic, or even a little apple cider vinegar in some water can really help your digestive system. And that, in turn, can help calm down those sleep apnea symptoms. So we've got our diet dialed in. Now let's talk about some of our other daily habits. Because it's not just about what you're putting into your body, but also what you might need to limit or what you might want to add to your routine. This slide breaks it down perfectly. There are a couple of things you really want to avoid altogether, like smoking and sedatives. They can seriously trigger sleep apnea. And then there are things to just be smart about. With alcohol, the goal is to keep it to 1 glass and less than 2 times a week. For caffeine, maybe think about swapping out a coffee for some green tea, especially later in the day. Next up, getting your body moving. And the best part is you don't have to go run a marathon. The whole point is just to open up your airways and improve your lung capacity. Seriously, even just going for a walk makes a difference. Things like cycling and swimming are especially awesome for boosting your oxygen capacity. Okay, so we've talked diet, we've talked habits, but what about the actual room where all the magic is supposed to happen? Let's dive into how to set up your sleep space, because your environment is a massive piece of this puzzle. Okay, I want you to lean in for this next one. Because this tip right here is considered the single most effective #1 thing you can do to overcome sleep apnea. You ready? And there it is. Sleep on your side. It sounds so simple, but it is so powerful. A lot of people with sleep apnea sleep on their back or their stomach. So the most important thing you can do is train your body to stay on its side. And here's a great little trick. Use a body pillow. Or, even just a regular pillow between your knees. It helps keep everything aligned and makes it way more comfortable to stay in that position. But let's be real for a second. Changing a sleep habit you've had your whole life is not easy. And I love this quote from Dr. Josh Axe because it's so honest. He says that when he forced himself to stop being a stomach sleeper, it took him a solid 2 weeks to adjust and actually fall asleep comfortably. But after that hump, he started sleeping like a baby again. It just takes a little patience. So besides your sleep position, here are a few other easy tweaks for your bedroom. A humidifier is great because really dry air can make things worse. An air purifier can help too, and you could even try some essential oils. Lavender is super calming, which is great for sleep, and something like peppermint can actually help open up your airways. All right, we have covered a ton of ground, from what you eat to the pillows you use. So for this last section, let's just pull it all together and do a quick fire summary of the 7 big takeaways. So here it is, your complete 7-step toolkit for getting better sleep. 1. Balance that diet with protein, fat, and fiber. 2. Avoid the stuff that messes with sleep, like alcohol and smoking. 3. Get a handle on any acid reflux. 4. Use a humidifier to improve the air quality. 5, and this is the big one, sleep on your side. 6, get some regular exercise to open up those airways. And number 7, try some essential oils to create a relaxing environment. That is your game plan.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with just one final thought. Look at this list of 7 steps. Which one of these feels like something you could actually do? Which one could you maybe even try tonight to just start your journey towards sleeping better? Something to think about.